Okay, welcome back. This is part 4 of our KROK1 or path morphology. Path morphology. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe. And if you are subscribed to, kindly click on the bell so you can easily be notified anytime something is being put on. Okay, so question 79. There was detected a solid movable tumor clearly delimited from neighboring tissues. It was of white color on the cut surface and presented with fibrous tissue. Microscopically, they were seen chaotically plexiform collagen fibers. Cells quantity is minor, termed the tumor. Now, tumor of fibrous origin is called fibroma. So your answer here is fibroma, B. Okay, number 18. In the skin, a solid movable tumor was detected macroscopically. Microscopically, it's presented by chaotically set fascicles of collagen fibers with a little amount of spindle cells. What tumor was removed? Now, this tumor is made up of mainly of collagen fibers, and collagen fibers are fibrous in nature. Hence, your answer is fibroma. And over here, we'll go forward. Solid fibroma. So your answer is E. 81. A uterus removed in the course of an operation, was delivered for histological examination. Multiple nodes of round form, clearly delimited from neighboring tissue, were detected under the mucous membrane. Microscopically, the tumor consists of fascicles of non-striated muscles with tissue atypism. This means that there is tumor in the muscles of the uterus, and this is termed as leiomyoma. Leiomyoma. So your answer is A. Question 82. A painless new growth without clear borders appeared in the soft tissues of the left thigh of a young man. In the new growth biopsy material, the tissues look like fish meat. Anytime you hear of fish meat, think of sarcoma. Anytime you hear of fish meat, think of sarcoma. Now, this consists of immature fibroblast-like cells with numerous mitosis that invade muscles. What is your diagnosis? Of course, fibroblast. So fibrosarcoma. Fibrosarcoma. Your answer is A. 83. Macroscopically, a cervical tumor, that's postoperative material, is of soft consistency with hemorrhages and necrosis areas. It looks like fish meat again on the cut surface. A histological examination shows signs of apparent cell and tissue atypism. Cells with pathological mitosis. What is your diagnosis? Of course, sarcoma. Sarcoma. Because of what? Fish meat. 84. A 55-year-old woman has a movable temperature formation of pasty consistence with clear borders under the skin of submandibular area. Histologically, the leukocytes, which form lobules different in form and size, were detected. A thin layer of connective tissue with vessels separates the lobules. Diagnose the disease. Diagnose the disease. Now, the answer here is lipo. Wait a minute, where am I? Yeah, your answer here is liposarcoma. Now, liposarcoma. So your answer is lipoma. Lipoma. Why? Because liposarcoma is a large tumor which is composing of lipocytes of different degrees of maturity and lipoblasts. Now your clue here is what? The leukocyte form lobes different in form and size were detected. Hence your answer is what? Lipoma. Sorry, what did I just say? Okay. Your answer here is lipoma. Why? Because lipoma is a large tissue or tumor which composed of lipocytes of different degrees of maturity and lipoblast. So your answer here is C, lipoma. Lipoma. Shortly we will see where liposarcosis is. Liposarcoma is. A 77-year-old patient had a tumor removed from retroperitoneal fat. Microscopically, fat cells with signs of cellular atypism and polymorphism, giant deformed cells with fat drops in the cytoplasm have been detected. What is the most possible diagnosis? Now, anytime you hear of fat cells, giant cells, please think of liposarcoma. So your answer here is D. 85 is D. 86. Microscopically, a tumor of the upper lip consists of multiple small slit-like cavities. This is your guy. The walls of which are covered with compressed endothelium and filled with fluid portion of blood and its crumbs. Diagnose the disease. Diagnose the disease. Of course, this is hemangioma. Hemangioma. But hemangioma is simply a tumor from blood vessels. And there are two types. We have capillary and we have cavernous. Capillary and cavernous. Now, capillary develops in the skin, mucous membrane, GIT, the liver, etc. It is well defined but uncapsulated. Very defined but very uncapsulated. Now, in cavernous, it's located in the liver, skin, bones, muscles, GIT, brain. It is filled partly or completely with blood. So question 80 says, your answer here is capillary. Walls are covered with component endothelium filled with fluid portion of blood. Filled. It can be partial, it can be completely. So this is your clue. Your answer is what? E. So capillary hemangioma. 87. During an operation, a 17-year-old patient had a Murray tumor subseriously detected on the lower surface of the liver. On the cut surface, it is presented by cavities with considerable blood content and thick connective tissue walls covered with one layer of endothelium. What is the provisional diagnosis? By 87, your answer is cavernous hemangioma. Cavernous hemangioma. Number 88. An eyeball with black tumor-like mass. Black tumor. This, you should be thinking of what? Of course, melanoma. Black tumor-like mass in the choroid. So your answer is melanoma. Please, if you don't have the book, download it. Download it. It is in the link in the description box. So your answer is A. 89. A dark convex macula appeared on the skin of 46-year-old patient, but did not disturb him In the course of time, it began to enlarge, pain appeared, the color changed into black-brown, and the nodule could be palpated. A histological examination of the removed tissue showed spindle and polymorphous cells, cytoplasm of which had fulvous pigment. Now this is your guy, and that is talking about melanoma. So the answer is D. Okay, 92. That was 89. Where is 90? Okay. A tumor in a capsule was removed from the stump of the lower extremity. Microscopically, it consists of spindle monomorphic cells with stick-like nuclei that form palisade structures together with fibers. What is the most possible tumor? This is benign neurolemoma. I know, right? Now, these are encapsulated tumors of the nerve sheath. So your answer is B. 91. A 38-year-old woman was diagnosed with a tumor in the parotid gland. It consists of single nodules separated by a connective tissue layer. Pathohistologically, the cells are of epidermoid type and form solid structures. Mucin-producing cells form tension bars that line cavities filled with mucus. The third element of the tumor is small cells with hyperchromic nuclei. What tumor is it? Now, combine the two. We have what? Mucoid formation or mucus formation. And then we have what? Epidermoid. Cells of what? Epidermoid. So combine the two, we get what? Mucoepidermoid tumor. As simple as that. So you see, you don't have to know what it means. You just have to know your answer. Okay, 92. During the examination of the mouth cavity, there was detected an atrophy of the mucous membrane of the tongue with red maculae, that's Hunter's glossitis. Sclera are yellowish. Blood content 1. What anemia do these changes are what characteristics of? This is definitely a vitamin deficiency. And by vitamin deficiency, we are talking about what? A. Folic acid deficiency. Folic acid deficiency. So that is your answer. Death of a 7-year-old boy was caused by acute post-hemorrhagic anemia resulting from profuse bleeding from the digestive tract. Pathologoanatomic examination showed microscopically anemia in the internal organs, enlargement of different groups of lymph nodes, thymomegaly, moderately evident hepatosplenomegaly, vermilion marrow, microscopically hypercellular marrow with monomorphic infiltration of blast cells, diffuse nodal tumor infiltrates in the liver, spleen, lymph node, arachnoid membrane, and cilia. Diagnose the disease. Okay, so let me give you some clues. 1. There is an enlargement of different groups of what? Lymph nodes. That's your first clue. Enlargement of different lymph nodes. Second is your thymomegaly. So first, lymph nodes. Second, thymomegaly. Third, we have monomorphic infiltration of blast cells. Therefore, just go for what? Acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Acute lymphoblastic leukemia. That's your best bet. A. 94. Autopsy has shown marrow hyperplasia of flat and tubular bones, myeloid marrow, this is your guy, splenomegaly, hepatomegaly, and enlargement of all groups of lymph nodes. What is the most probable or possible diagnosis? Now, this here, your answer is actually chronic myeloleukemia. Chronic myeloleukemia or myeloid leukemia. These are your clues. 1. Infiltration contains myelocyte and metamyelocyte. 2. Pyoid bone marrow. Over here, you can see it here. Pyoid bone marrow. It also has features of anemia. Unfortunately, they didn't show. Then, splenomegaly and hepatomegaly is very evident. And over here, you can see it here. So, again, your answer is chronic myeloleukemia. So that is C. 95. Multiple focuses of osteoporosis and osteolysis were visualized in the flat bones of the patient during the rentgenological study. In the trypanobiopsy material, there was an increased quantity of tumor plasma cells. What is your diagnosis? Now, this is easy. Your answer is myelomatosis. Myelomatosis. Now, myelomatosis is a type of cancer that begins in the plasma cells. Come and see it. Plasma, tumor of what? Plasma cells. It is also called Kyler disease. K-A-H-L-E-R. Kyler disease. Or multiple myeloma. Multiple myeloma. You can also call it plasma cell myeloma. Plasma cell myeloma. So, beloved, your answer is E. 96. A rentgenological study has shown multiple defects in the form of round apertures with smooth walls. Histologically, there were detected osteolysis and osteoporosis phenomena against the background of bad osteogenesis. Ben-Jones proteins. Now, detection of Ben-Jones proteins may be suggestive of multiple myeloma or plasma cell myeloma or myelomatosis. Okay, it's even here. So the answer is E. 97. A patient is 60 years old. Thoracotomy has shown enlarged and united lymph nodes in the anterior mediastinum, where biopsy material was taken. Microscopically, atypical cells were detected, mostly Hodgkin's and Steinbeck-Ring cells. Sclerosis was absent. What is your diagnosis? Charlie, you have seen this guy. Steinbeck. Don't think twice. This is what? Lymphogranulomatosis. Lymphogranulomatosis. But the answer is A, with lymphoid tissue depression. Okay. 98. A stomatological examination of a 16-year-old teenager has shown enlarged submandibular and cervical glands. Biopsy was performed. Cleared typical structure, heterogeneous cell population, giant cells with a bucket wheel nucleus. Numerous mononucleases of big size were detected microscopically. There was also eosinophil and neutrophil leukocyte, lymphocyte necrosis area, and sclerosis focuses. Diagnose the disease. This, of course, is B. Don't forget your guy. Giant cells with bucket wheel nucleus. Same as Sternberg-Reitz nucleus. So the answer is B. Lymphogranulomatosis. 99. A 22-year-old woman has enlarged lymph nodes. Histologically, there appeared lymphocyte, histiocyte, reticular cells, small and big Hodgkin's diseases, Hodgkin's cells, multinuclear Sternberg-Reitz cells, and single focuses of gaseous necrosis. What is your disease? The same thing, lymphogranulomatosis. 100. Autopsy of a dead man who used to have atherosclerosis has shown a thrombosis of internal carotid artery branch and a gray focus of humid encephalomalacia. What pathological process is diagnosed in the brain? My dear, this is definitely ischemic infarction. Why? There was what? Blockage. Anytime you see atherosclerosis, think of ischemia because they are talking about blockage somewhere. So this is ischemic infarction. Ischemic infarction. Okay. So that's first 100. Thank you. See you in my next video. Stay blessed and bye.